Okay, so today we're going to be doing understanding unit rates and ratios. So ratios, rates, and unit rates are all comparisons. They compare one quantity to another, and a ratio compares any two quantities. So Yolanda uses 4 cups of nuts and 2 cups of dry fruit. So its ratio is 4:2, with nuts on top and fruit on bottom. So every 4 cups of nuts, you use 2 cups of fruit. So that's a ratio. So the unit rate would be for every 2 cups of nuts, you would use 1 cup of fruit. You would divide it. I basically divided 2 into 4 and got 2. So a related rate is an equivalent ratio that compares the first quantity in the ratio to only one of the second quantity, which we just did. So the unit rate is the part of the rate that's being compared to 1. Okay, I would underline this sentence. In the previous problem, the unit rate of nuts to fruit is 2. Look at another example. Marco earned $85 for 10 hours of work. Ratio of $10 to hours is 85 to 10. So your ratio is 85 over 10, which is 8.5 for 1. So for every $85, he worked 10 hours. So it means for $8.5, he works 1 hour. What's the difference between ratio and a related unit rate? Well, ratio is compared to more than 1, while unit rate is compared to 1. So true or false? The ratio is compared to 1, and the unit rate is compared to anything other than 1. Well, that's actually false because that's flip-flop. Ratio is compared to anything other than 1, while unit rate is compared to 1. Okay, a car can travel 300 miles on 10 gallons of gas. The ratio is 300 miles to 10 gallons. So the ratio is 300 to 10. So 1 gallon is 30. So it means if I had 2 gallons, I would have 60. 3 be 90. 4 would be 120. 5 is 150. 6 is 180. 7 is 210. 8 is 240. 9 is 270. What do the 310 in diagram represent? Well, 300 represents 300 total miles and 10 total gallons. 3, how many gallons does each section along the bottom line represent? It represents 1 gallon. Look at the comparison pairs of numbers on the bottom and top number lines. Write a multiplication sentence to show how 10 gallons and 300 miles are related. I'm actually going to write an equation. So we know that to get miles, it equals gallons times 30. Okay, that would be an equation. If I made miles into the variable y and then gallons into the variable x, I would take this out and make that y, and take that out and make that x. So my equation would be y is equal to x times 30, or as I like to write it proper, 30x equals y. So for every 1 gallon, you use 30 miles. You go through 30 miles. So you can just multiply it by 30 to figure out how far you would go. Number 5, use words to describe the relationship between the number of miles each corresponding number of gallons. The number of miles is 30 times the corresponding number of gallons. Fill in the remaining chart, which we did actually on the last slide. Number 7, what's the unit rate of miles a gallon? Is 30. Oops, there we go. Okay, a driver traveled 260 miles on the highway for 4 hours. Driving at the same speed for the whole trip, write the ratio of miles to hours. So the ratio of miles to hours, well, there's 260 miles for every 4 hours. Answer choice would be D. Then find me the unit rate. Well, so if our ratio is 260 miles for every 4 hours, that means my unit rate will be 65 over 1. You just divide it. You divide 4 into 260. Okay, so the rest is your homework. Again, if you need help with your homework, just ask or come find one of me or Miss Russell. Thank you, guys.